Hi, this is Pete Gear with the Boca Voice, and I'm here today with Jennifer Connors, who's the port director over at the Boca Raton Airport. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm here with U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and we're located at the User Fee Facility Airport that we just opened on May 31st at Boca Raton Airport.
So, a lot of exciting things happening. I know it's a lot easier now for people to actually fly into Boca Raton, and that's an exciting time for Boca Raton.
It is for CBP as well. We're very excited to have this facility there. First of all, the Boca community built us a beautiful facility that we're very excited about. We did the grand opening, and the building is absolutely beautiful, and it's user-friendly for the flyers as well. The beauty of this airport is that the pilots can land at Boca Airport, clear with Customs and Border Protection, and go on their merry way or stay in Boca. In the past, the private flyers would have to fly up to Palm Beach Airport or to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. They would land and clear with us there and then have to get back in their plane and fly to Boca. Now it's one stop and they can go home from there. So it's a great opportunity for the local Boca community to have the ease of traveling. It's better for the plane. It's safer because you're doing less landings and takeoffs, and you save a lot of fuel that way. So
now, has that also changed a little bit now with the president flying obviously into Palm Beach? Have more people chosen to fly into Boca now?
Yes, we're finding that when the president is in town at Mar-a-Lago, the home base is located within 6 miles of Palm Beach International Airport, and there's a no-fly zone of 30 knots surrounding Mar-a-Lago for private flyers from International. So now they don't have to land and go in at certain hours and be very cautious about not getting into any Secret Service areas. Now they can just go to Boca. It's beautiful.
That's great. So tell us, what got you into customs?
I've been in customs for a long time. I was hired back in '95 at Miami Airport, and I worked narcotics, and it was the most fun you could have and get paid. It was great.
That's awesome. Now, does customs report to anybody in the government?
We're part of the Department of Homeland Security, and we have three components. We have an Air Marine branch, which they fly along the border, protecting our borders. And we also have Border Patrol, which are the green uniforms, and they're between the ports of entry, and you see them in the news a lot out in the desert or up in Canada on the northern border. We also have the green uniforms in Florida, and then the blue uniforms are field operations, and we're at all the ports of entry. So we're at all the airports, the seaports, and the land border where cars drive in. They check in with us. So we control all the ports.
So, getting back to the Boca Raton Airport, tell us a little bit more about the operations and what the impact was to Boca Raton when you guys opened up this facility.
Well, the impact, first and foremost, is that we now have a strong presence in the community. So we're checking all international flights. We're vetting them for any connections to anything that could be dangerous to the United States, be it terrorism, narcotic smuggling, alien smuggling, money laundering, you name it, we're looking at all of that. So it's to protect the homeland from all those threats. It's also the facilitation aspect for the flyers that they can come in and travel through us. We accept global entry documents and all kinds of speedy systems now to facilitate the travelers in and out of the country much easier. If you're in a trusted traveler program, it means we've already done all the vetting on you. We know who you are, we know where you've been, and we trust you. So it's a good thing.
Let's talk about that a little bit. What are the trusted traveler programs?
We have several. What would be applicable here in South Florida is Global Entry Enrollment, which is a program where you register on the computer. It's $100 for 5 years. And you basically, every time you travel through an airport or seaport or land border, you get front of the line privilege because we've already vetted you. So we know who you are and we already trust you. It's hard to get in the program. If you have any sort of criminal history, we reject your application. And we keep checking the people that are enrolled, so if they get in trouble after they're enrolled, we kick you out of the program. So it's a very high level of trust that we're placing on the travelers. And at Boca, a lot of the flyers are already in the program because they're frequent travelers, and it benefits them to be able to get out of those lines.
Now, if you're TSA pre-check or global, is it kind of one or the other, or is it?
Well, our global entry is also good for TSA pre-check, which is all domestic. Global entry is international and domestic, so it costs a little more, but you get more for it.
So if you're global entry, you don't have to worry about TSA pre-check?
No, you're already in the program.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a big trust thing. And what's making it better to secure our borders is the more we can identify who we trust, we can look for the people we're not so sure about. So it's good.
That's great. What else would you like our viewers to listen and know about?
Just to pay attention when you travel, to make sure that you have everything ready before you get to the airport, and that you're not carrying things that TSA might not like or that we won't like. And to be honest with us, if you have whatever, if you made some purchases while you were traveling, declare them, and then if there's duty applicable, we'll charge it. Duty's very low. So when people, if they make the mistake of not being truthful, that sticks with them forever. So it's better to just be upfront about all your travel plans and your history, and we'll trust you. Be trustworthy and we'll trust you. It's very
Let's get on to something fun. What was the weirdest thing or the craziest thing that's ever happened? There's has been one story that sticks out.
We've had a lot, but when I worked narcotics at Miami Airport, there were quite a few. We worked mainly internal narcotics carriers coming through the airport. So, you know, who would have thought that your job would be to talk to people who maybe had narcotics in their system? Very sad usually. And we would take them to Jackson Memorial Hospital, and they would expel the narcotics, and I never thought that this would be my life, but it was great. It was a lot of fun.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate you taking the time, and thank you for your service to our nation. We couldn't be as safe as we are if you didn't do your job.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for welcoming us to Boca Raton. We felt such a warm reception from the community, and the people that have been using the airport have been just lovely with our employees. So we feel very happy to be here. So thank you.
Well, good. Well, congratulations.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Good. And thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next week on Fact or Fiction Friday.